Good morning. It says I'm live, so I must be. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas day, holiday, whatever you want to call it. To me, I'm real excited. I just woke up full of joy because, it's Christ's birthday, and to me, that's important. But whoever your higher power is, it's okay. I am talking today. It might not sound like it's joy coaching, but, we do have the emotions oils, and one is titled Peace. And of course, we have other oils that'll help you bring about peace, and the joy coaching itself brings about peace, but our lifestyle can bring about peace. Um, One of the things that most of us are concerned about is global warming. It is real, and I have read at least 3 times in the last 5 years that the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, has said they've tested. They test periodically. Indoor pollution is worse than outdoor pollution. That means that each individual can start living more natural and help the whole world, one drop at a time. Buy a drop and help the world. Um, I clean, even my grandson, he was here yesterday. We had a wonderful day. He's 27 and he works and he makes really good money. He could afford to buy anything he wants to clean with, but he uses natural products. And I'm with an oil company, doTERRA, which has all kinds of wonderful cleaning products, and they are 100% pure, and they don't hurt the environment. And that goes for shampoos, and I love their shampoos. But as far as cleaning, a person could be on welfare and clean naturally and help the world. You think, oh, I'm on welfare. I've got 5 kids. I can't do anything. Yeah, you can. We clean with white vinegar, baking soda, and either lemon or lemongrass essential oil. These are each 4 cents a piece. I mean, this is just awesome when you stop and think about it. It is just awesome. Um, I think I put in, you can buy them for $1 at the dollar store or go to, sometimes the grocery stores might ask a little bit more for the spray bottles, the clear spray bottles, that they have them everywhere. Um, and I put about 5 drops. I don't use lemongrass for the windows. Out here we have very hard water, so I buy distilled water for the windows, but I don't use distilled water for anything else. Um, Windows I use lemon and the white vinegar, no baking soda. Other things like the bathroom sinks, this place was built in the 80s, and the sinks are kind of icky. So I make like a cleanser out of it. I put the just enough white vinegar to dampen it, and lemongrass because this gets out stains the best. Each of these wholesale, I think they're $12 wholesale, maybe 13. I don't know. I should look before I get on here, but I know they're 5 cents because I did look that. 4 cents a drop each of them. So the world deserves this. We deserve it because it'll bring us peace no matter what our income. It gives us peace to know we're doing something to help the environment. And maybe it doesn't give you peace, maybe you don't care, but for those of us who do care, this is really inexpensive and awesome. I love this product. And I use an awful lot of it. Now when you get up to the frankincense, which they say when in doubt, bring Frank out because it'll help just about any situation. But I believe it's 23 cents a drop. But you know what? I'm worth it, and so are you. So give me a call, 480-798-4740, or contact me via the email joycoach.judy@gmail.com. Um, Certainly like and subscribe to my page. I would love that. Um, and like I said, this gives me peace to know that I'm 74 years old. I can't go out there and campaign and pound the pavements and work like crazy to cure the environmental problem. I can encourage others. It's just simple. Anybody we know, we can share this type of life change with everybody. We don't need um, For instance, jasmine, my daughter and I both used jasmine for years as a perfume. And we bought it from, this is before I knew about the company I'm with now. And we just loved the smell, not even thinking about the benefits. And I did use oils in my massage business for how many years? 20 years, 21 years. Um, but I didn't really know what I knew once I started with doTERRA. I learned so much through the company itself. I went to tons of classes free that were very informative. And then there's Dr. Sue's classes and the joy coaching classes. I have just learned so much. These are people, these two women, Sue Lawson and Karen Grant, know more than anybody else in the country, I think, about essential oils. It's just amazing. And I love them and thank them, and I'm grateful for that. But we can all learn. I teach classes free. My upline teaches classes. Some are free, some cost. Just depends on, and the company teaches all kinds of classes. A lot of it's online. You can do it when you want. It's just amazing if you want to learn. But I'm real grateful that doTERRA now is in all these, I think they're in just about every country now. And so they're helping so many people. They don't talk about environmental issues very much, but really, because they sell the cleaning products and they educate about what individual oils can do added with, white vinegar, etc. I do this even in my clothes. I use the lemongrass because, again, it's the best stain remover. Whoops, instead of the lemon. But again, 4 cents a drop. Every load of clothes is worth it. That's what I do. And that gives me peace so that, one of my concerns in life is not just that I want to help people emotionally and I want to help people physically. For instance, Slim and Sassy, I'm using again because I gained weight to help with weight loss, but it also regulated my blood sugar. I used to have low blood sugar. I don't anymore. And now if I never used it, I might find I had blood sugar again. It'd be like, my daughter is bipolar, and the oils keep her emotions in line that she uses. But it didn't cure her bipolar. But it regulates her illness. It regulates her emotions. It stabilizes her emotions. But if she'd quit using them, she said she didn't use them for about 3 days, and then she felt horrible. So, it's not always a cure. Sometimes it is. But usually it's just a help. So I use the Slim and Sassy to help me with my weight problem. And that's what I'm talking about today because I'm really not trying to work. I just wanted to come on board. And like I said, on holidays, I won't be here. If this was Christmas Day, you wouldn't see me, I don't think. It's not likely. I really concentrate on family on the holidays. Even if it's just President's Day or something. My daughter-in-law is a teacher and she has that day off, so we might end up doing something together, so as a family. So I don't do holidays. Besides, I deserve a day off too. So do you. And that's the other thing that brings about peace. In joy coaching, we learn to pray, meditate, relax. I specialize especially in relaxation therapy. Because everybody needs more relaxation. So if you can find a way in your heart to start helping out the environment without costing a lot of money or a lot of time, we're all busy, then I would encourage you to do so. And if you don't, I still love you, but that's what I'm doing. And I'm real grateful for it. And as far as the weight, I'm sick of myself. I got away from my usual plan and I gained the last couple of months. So now I actually started last week, but now for sure, starting today, I'm not waiting till January 1st. I'm really getting back on my exercise routine. And what happens is, to me, it didn't used to be this way, but what happens now that I'm doing the joy coaching, I get so excited with the oils. I have two businesses, oils and joy coaching. They just happen to go together. But I get so excited that instead of doing all this exercising and stuff first, I'm on the computer and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. That's why I changed the live time from 9 to 10 but today I didn't. I slept in, which is not like me, but I must have needed it. And I didn't do my my biking or walking yet. So, but what I am doing, I used to just do Tai Chi a couple times a week, which meant that really sometimes it didn't get done at all. And then I started recently to do this interval timing where you, for 45 seconds, you walk in place, and for 15 seconds, you run in place. And that's supposed to be really good to help lose weight and to get your metabolism up. Uh, but I know I use Jack Mace online for um, Tai Chi. He's really good. The reason I got into that instead of yoga, I used to do just yoga to warm up for my exercise. But as I get older, it's more difficult to get up. I can get down. I'm 74. I have a hard time getting up. So the Tai Chi, you don't often have to get down. To the one I did today, we did like he did push-ups, but I just push up here, and I just modify anything that he does. Well, now instead of just doing that 2 or 3 times a week, which quite frankly a lot of times doesn't get done at all, I'm going to be doing that again like I used to do. A couple of years ago, I used to quit doing this. I'm going to use the Tai Chi for a warm up for my walking and biking. I'm going to bike as soon as I get off of here. First, I'm going to walk the dog, and then, and it's muddy and rainy here today. It's sunny Arizona, and so I'm not going to go too far. It's sunny right now, but it's been raining for a couple of days. It's going to rain more tonight, so everything's muddy out there. So I'm not going to take the dog all that far, but I am going to walk him, and then I'm going to go on a nice long bike ride. I'm sort of taking a half day off. I'm not going to be working by myself and just enjoy the beautiful scenery around here. I'm going to ride to a park and get more calories off. But I do need to be doing these things earlier. I don't know about you, but once I get on this computer and start thinking about either oils or joy coaching, I get obsessed and I have a hard time getting off. So I'm just not going to turn it on until my exercises are over. I'm real good about making sure I pray and meditate before I turn on the stuff. So I need to be good about not turning it on until I do the exercising, the Tai Chi, whatever. And I'm making a commitment to myself because this gives me a lack of peace when I'm overweight. I'm short. I have a little bit of an imbalance. Every now and then my blood pressure spikes and they can't figure out why. I've had several doctors because I exercise it. I exercise more than most people, even when I think I'm not exercising. I know I do more than most people, but I don't do as much as I need to. Every now and then the blood pressure spikes and they can't figure out why. One of the things they said I was too busy, so I dropped a bunch of stuff. And of course, I use oils, and they told me they're not going to up my prescription for blood pressure meds because I really just don't need it. They don't want it to get too low either. But they told me to just use the essential oils that I use. And here again, there's no cure here, but it helps stabilize my blood pressure. So these are just the two issues. I'm really at 74. I'm not complaining because I'm blessed. That's it. Weight, which is my own fault. God didn't do it to me. I did it to myself. Nobody else did it to me. I love to eat, so I eat healthy most of the time, but I eat too much. And recently I was eating breads and white pasta again. I have to get off of that. This is just me. Doesn't mean you have to. You find your own way to, or you can join me if you want. We could form a Zoom group if you want, but to be of encouragement to each other. But one of the reasons I'm bringing it on here is so I'll be held accountable. I put it on Facebook. That every now and then somebody will say to me, "Hey, are you doing all this?" My daughter's real good. Michelle's real good about keeping me, we talk every day. And so but obviously that wasn't enough because I was eating. I can talk, a big talk, but actually following through with it is something else. So that's what my New Year's goal is, and I'm starting early, is to continue with the cleaning, helping the world. It's such a small way and such a little bit of money. Oh, I did order trees from our Arbor Day organization. We got to plant more trees, but at least I feel like I have to. And you donate to them, and they give you free trees. I don't need 10 trees, but I'm going to give them away. So if I have to, I'll go out in this empty lot out here and plant some if nobody takes them. That's what I'm going to do. So this gives me peace to know that in some small way I am helping the environment. And I have more peace to know when I'm exercising and eating right for me. At 74, I've tried all kinds of stuff and I know what works for me. When I'm doing these things, that gives me peace. And as a joy coach, I want to help you have peace. And these things really don't cost. I mean, this stuff, 4 cents a bottle, anybody can afford this. Um, and to eat right and exercise, you don't have to. You don't have to have a bike. You can walk. You might have to buy a couple more pairs of shoes in a year's time. I don't though. I use Skechers, and honest to God, they just last forever. Even though this time around I have the ugliest pair of black Skechers I've ever seen in my life, but I don't care. Um, for a long time, I could walk through mud puddles and I wouldn't get my feet wet. But now there's certain. So I have a spray I'm going to use. It's an unnatural product, but that's one of the rare things that I use. The next time I wash them, they just last forever. So they're not that expensive, and sometimes you can buy them brand new in the secondhand stores. I've done it. Brand new. Didn't do that in Ohio. I never saw a Skechers in Ohio, but there was a lot of unemployment there. People just didn't buy them, maybe as much as out here. I bought a couple of pairs that were brand new. You could tell they weren't used. But this is an ugly pair. I never saw a pair of shoes so ugly, but God, they're so comfortable. And they've lasted. I've had them a couple of years. And I walk, if nothing else, I walk the dog a mile a day, if nothing else. And that's because I live in a condo. And if you go around the fence one time, it's a quarter of a mile. Well, I take him out 4 and 5 times a day. So that means I walk at least a mile a day no matter what. And I use these shoes. And they're not worn out. And they're still comfortable. And I'm so grateful for it. In other words, if you have a foot problem or any other kind of problem, there's a way that you can find to exercise. And I was going to get and here again, I live in a condo, 2-bedroom, not much room. I was going to get rid of some furniture and buy a treadmill. But really, with this in place thing, I'm not sure I'll do that. I'm going to try this for a month or so and see. What I like about doing the interval training, and you can get these free apps. I have one here on the laptop, and I have one on my phone. And here again, you don't have to do this, but it's just a thought. Because you can watch TV or watch a movie or anything while this is on. You're right in your own space. I've got a TV over here, and I've got a bigger one in the living room. So I feel real comfortable with that. And Jack Mace on this one I did today, and I put it on my Facebook page, my Judy Giuliano, my personal Facebook page, and I put it on my blogger, which is Joy Coach Judy also. He said on this that if you did this 5-minute routine before going to bed, that you'd burn calories all night. And I don't know if I'll do that. I might rather do the in-place jogging and do it a little before bed, because it seems to me that would keep us awake. But I'm going to try it both ways. And maybe I'll do it, maybe I don't. But I do know I need to do the morning routine before I start work. My New Year's resolution, starting early, because I need to put the exercising first. If I want to live to be 100, which I do, and be healthy, then I need to exercise in addition to eating healthy. Those are the 2 most important things. And Dr. Hill says if you use our oils, you'll feel better, but we need to follow that health pyramid. It starts off with proper nutrition. Second step is exercise. And then there's rest and relaxation, which you can meditate for that or just take more time off work or something. And then there's detoxify, our environment, our internal environment, and in our homes. And then there's oils, and then there's medical treatment. You have to be kind of stupid not to go to the doctor sometimes. What we do is we use oils. If they don't work for some reason, we go to a doctor, or we go to a doctor first. We don't even know what's wrong. How do you know what oils to use? But always, no matter what's right or wrong, this health pyramid works if we do it. It's not that we're hypochondriacs in this country, but what happens is that we make ourselves sick by the way we live and the way we think. And this is where joy coaching comes in. We can help with so many problems. The relaxation sessions is just a beginning. If somebody wants help with any issue, maybe they were molested as a child, maybe it's PTSD, because violence in childhood causes PTSD also, not just warriors, and they really have some PTSD and ashamed because they volunteer to help our country, and there they are left with these problems. But we can help with all kinds of issues. But the main thing we want to do is to learn to relax and to follow this health pyramid. And I hope that you are encouraged. If you're wanting some New Year's resolutions and you want to better your lifestyle, I'm not talking money, we're talking health, emotional, physical, and spiritual health. We can help with joy coaching and essential oils. So give me a call, like my page, share it, whatever you have to do to get the word out that there's help out there. And I thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. And by the way, New Year's Eve will happen before we get back on next week. If I'm out too late, which I doubt, I won't be on. I have said I'm not doing these things on holidays. So even though it's in my website, I even put in there I'm not going live on holidays because I like to spend time with family and be open for family. So again, I want to thank you for listening, and I hope you have a happy new year. Thank you.